Good morning and welcome back to Withrow Urban Homestead. Today it's time to plant our bush tomatoes, Ace 55, a low acid variety. Now these seedlings are 3 weeks old. They've already been hardening off for 7 days. Because I grow in such a small space and only 600 square feet here in the front garden and the back garden, I only need 3 plants. Now these are determinate variety, meaning the window of harvest is just a few weeks. And then I'll use them to can sauce and to dehydrate. Now here in the front, it's hot and we get a lot of sun. It's a perfect place for the tomatoes. Spacing is important for tomatoes. You don't want them to spread diseases if they're too close together. They need good airflow. So I want to space them 24 inches apart. And put your rows 48 to 60 inches apart. But of course, I don't have that kind of space. So here in the front, I have the sunflowers, and I'm going to space them 24 inches from the sunflowers, and then 24 inches apart. They'll become 36 inches tall and 18 inches wide. They're not a vining variety, but they will need support. Now I've already made some holes, a few inches deep, because tomatoes like to be buried up to their necks, the first set of leaves. Let me show you. Look how deep that is. 6 inches. So they like to be planted all the way up there. Roots are going to grow out of the stems. Now, I feel the best way to feed your tomatoes is with a handful of rich compost into the planting hole. I raise vegetables in a natural, organic way, and this soil is rich with organic material. Every year, I layer and layer organic matter and build soil. Tomatoes need 1 to 2 inches of water a week, but be careful, try to avoid wetting their leaves. It'll cut down on disease. Wet leaves spread diseases, and mulch is going to help hold in the moisture. Now I do want to protect these from slugs and pill bugs. So before putting the mulch back, sprinkle some Sluggo. I forgot that on the other ones, but birds will peck it all up, so I like to put it under the mulch. It is organic and it won't hurt the birds or the animals. Now I do need to protect these from digging animals too. So I'm going to use some squares of hardware cloth. I'm going to put 4 squares around each stem and secure them with a landscape pin. Now these don't vine, but like I said, they do need support. So I tend to use garden stakes. That's how I support all my plants. And I'm also going to use one of these cages that I made. It's really to help me not accidentally step on the plants. Now, if you're curious what these straws and skewers are for, I put those on there to hold the stems in place. They were flopping over. So what I'm going to do with the last 3, I'm going to save them for the grandkids. They're going to create their own garden. Thank you for visiting Withrow Urban Homestead. See you later. Bye-bye.